flex.
Yeah.
Limber up, buddy. Limber up.
Gotta do my Jane Fonda.
Was it rule number 4? Limber up. And then Woody Harrelson's like, have you ever seen a lion?
Hold on, give me 1 minute.
And he's like, good point.
What's that from? Is that Zombieland?
Yeah. I wish that was a squandered IP. Like, I'm sure they'll come out with Zombieland 2, but it's not going to be the same as if they were able to make one like 2 or 3 years later after it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, with the same, because now, what is it? Emma Stone, she's blowing up. What's his name? Has shit the bed on his acting career. And Woody Harrelson.
Eisenberg.
Yeah, Eisenberg. You know, I mean, so it's just like, I mean,
well, Emma Stone was better than that movie, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Eisenberg only has 3 or 4 roles he can play before he gets annoying. And I think the Batman Superman movie he did, that was him, right?
Yeah, where's the Luther?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and like I didn't see that. I'm not gonna see it, but like I feel like he was overreaching to barely do that. And
I couldn't watch it. I fell asleep. I was like, I'm spending I'm paying more attention to my phone and what's going on Facebook than this movie. I'm like, done. Turned it off, and I turned on my PS4 and played something. I was like, this is freaking ridiculous.
I mean, I can usually do both pretty well and sort of grasp both of them. Not 100%, of course, because you're not fully focused, but
right, exactly.
I know, like with movies in general, if I don't want to do, if I'm not in, there's no way.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway, so.
I agree with you.
You want to start it? You want to keep talking?
What?
I'm trying to like get myself ready to intro the show. Like for some reason, I'm having a weird like apprehension about doing it. I don't even know.
He's prepping the mouth.
Well, you're not in town. I don't need to prep my mouth. Very nice timing, Jason. What's up, nerds? Welcome to NGR Radio, episode 54. I'm preemptively titling it Platinum Strikes Back because I have the entire cast of Nerds Gone Platinum with me today. Neither of them are popping the cherries. You know who it is. It's Moose Cool. Say hello, sir.
What's up, man? How you doing?
We've got Jason, Marshall of the PlayStation Trophy Race.
What's up? What's going on?
Specifically, Marshall of second place in the trophy race.
That burns. That burns.
Hey, you know what? You want to know what else burns? There was one question, and I applaud you guys for answering all 21 of them. You got one of them wrong. The only one that had a correct answer, you both fucked up.
Well, I'm sure we did.
In my defense, he's more experienced with hell divers.
Right. Really, the first thing you do when you wake up as a hell diver, you get a nice cup of Liberty.
That's true. That is a good point. That was bad that I missed that. I still like yell out.
At least Jason was like semi-close. You spin 25 times to get a trophy. I mean,
that's true.
I respect that. At least we got that part of him trained.
Yeah.
Or a close second would have been you poke your head out of the drop pod.
Yeah. So you don't need to climb out fully. Like you just do the little. Which I learned that you can do that in Titanfall now with your pilot. Like if you're climbing up, like you could he'll just hang there and like look, and you can look around a little bit before you go up and try and like kill people. So anyway.
Or you just go.
Yeah, or you get headshot. If you hang out there too long.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, Corey, the main man on NGR, is not here this evening. Not sure what he's doing. I'm just going to assume he's spending quality time with his wife.
Which is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all. In fact, I hope everybody else makes up weird, wonderful things for him to be doing because great. So, Jason, Moose.
What's up?
What's this Terraria thing you guys have happening?
So, it all started in a galaxy far, far.
Okay, don't get us copyright infringement, Jason.
Yeah.
So, me and Moose decided to do a challenge every month.
Oh, before you start. Sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we're on a delay. Don't worry. So me and Moose decided on Nerds Gone Platinum to challenge each other to conquer our backlogs by challenging each other once a month to a game from the deep, deep depths of that bottomless list of games. Moose challenged me to Terraria. Moose couldn't keep up his challenge, so he took my game too.
What was his challenge?
Strafe.
Strafe was my challenge.
What now? Are you just challenging each other to get the platinum or complete it?
No, we're just having fun playing it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are going to get the platinum, but it's gonna take a while.
Terraria, like I need to. I think I have like 3 trophies to get in that for the platinum, and
it's like it says 10 hours to 300 hours, depending on whether you boost it or whether you like what you do to get that. So there's.
Well, I know when it first launched, it had like this weird. It had this weird thing you could duplicate everything to get the trophy, but I patched it before I could figure that out.
Yeah, or they patched it. Yeah.
No. I had the patches down because like if it's on Vita, you could just not download the patches. But moron. So yeah. But anyway, continue, Jason. I apologize.
So we've both been playing that nonstop. Basically, that's all we've been playing. I haven't really played anything else.
Okay.
It's quite addicting. It is, for such a simple concept. It has a lot of depth. I'm loving it. I mean, I'll probably be playing this for months because that 10 to 200 hour range, I'm thinking it's closer to 200 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I'm smelting alone. That trophy is bonkers.
Well, it's 10,000 bars. And then also you have to do the
all the armor. So you have to like find all the material to make all of the armor. So it's just insane. And some of it you can't find until you've killed that boss in hell. It's crazy. Wall of Flesh. Yeah. Yeah. I remember I saw that trophy and I was like, you know what? I need to put like every armor set that I've made into a chest, obviously except the one that I'm wearing, so that I have it in there to know which ones I've made, because I haven't made my list yet for like what you need to create for that trophy. Or you could just create those armor mannequins that you could just put those out so you have them all out. My house isn't that developed yet. I've been messing around. I'm trying to find the dang goblin tinkerer.
Or womenkins. Don't want to be sexist. There are mannequins and womenkins.
There are womenkins. Yes, he's right. So that's a thing, which is cool. I actually like that. I saw that. Yeah, so there's mannequin, and then the next one down is a womenkin. So you can make one that's a female. This is Terraria that you're talking about. Yeah. I was like, is this some weird PC term that I just missed? I don't know what's happening. No. It's inside the game so that you can make a male version and a female version. And so like if you have a female character, the armor will take on the look as if it's on a female character instead of a male one. Oh, so, cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So so you guys are doing this. How far are you respectively?
Trophy-wise, give or take halfway.
Progress-wise.
I'm probably halfway trophy-wise, but I think the rest of the trophies are more the down the road, a couple hundred hours in. Yeah. But I mean, we are trophy hunters, so to speak, but I feel this is one of those games where I don't mind just playing and not getting a trophy for hours. Like, I'm just having fun with it. Like, it's not just about getting to that platinum with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the.
Which bosses have you guys taken on?
Wall of Flesh, the Skeletron, the Eye of Cthulhu, a bunch of bunny rabbits.
The bunny rabbits are dicks.
I've done the
they just keep multiplying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done the Brain of Cthulhu, and I have done the. I couldn't do the hard mode version's called the Eater of Worlds. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the pre-hard mode version is. I haven't done that version in the game yet because Jason and I killed the Wall of Flesh in my world, turned it to hard mode, and then I found out like the Crimson section of the world where you could go down and like you have to kill with the Pwn hammer, which you get from the Wall of Flesh.
Yeah.
You have to kill the 3 hearts that are in the Crimson area, and then the Brain of Cthulhu will materialize, and then you get, I believe it's the mechanical worm. It's just like an item that just drops randomly, and I got that in the dungeon. I was going through. Jason and I did it one night. We were just going through my dungeon, checking chests and stuff, and so I went through just to fill out the rest of the map to make sure there was nothing I missed. And I came up outside the world, and I was like, "Oh, hey!" I looked at it, and I was like, I couldn't remember what exactly it did, so I had to look it up on the wiki, and I was like, "Heck yeah, I remember this fight!" So I first built my arena right by my house because I did like platforms and stuff so I can jump up and down and around him because he's just a worm that just flies around in the air. And so like I built like a platform arena for me to run around and be able to get around him and fight him. And I ended up killing like 6 of my NPCs in my house. So I quit without saving, reloaded, and then built my arena like way the hell out there away from my house. And
yeah.
Also, it's now a place where I can farm the wyverns, the flying creatures, so that I can get the power of flight or whatever, so I can make wings and stuff like that to sell. Mm-hmm. So I can go harvest that if I want to. Anyways, that's that.
Game's good. Like before they had added everything to it, like I had beaten there. I was going after the beat every boss like twice. And I guess there was a point where that was glitched because I think I've beaten every boss 4 or 5 times, and I still don't have that trophy. I think that's one of them. Like I'm smelting, and then like make every armor, use every like anvil, like craft it every crafting station.
Yeah, you have to use every crafting station. The other one I think that's glitched. I was trying to do it today with our friend Amanda. I was trying to do. You have to run for 60 seconds. So I built like a giant skywalk.
Oh yeah, do
going across because I did a large one and I did it from one end to the other, and it was I even used a timer, and it was like 1 minute and 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and the trophy still didn't pop. But I was reading online that you can't use like any weapons or anything like that. Like you just have to straight run, and that's it. So now. I think I'm going to try and get her back into the world, and then because like it's up in the sky, so there's like the harpies are there, like the jellies that show up, like the slimes, like all that stuff shows up. So you need someone to like kill this stuff so you don't run into it, because if you run into like a slime, it stops you. And so I think I'm gonna like be like, all right, listen, I'm gonna run ahead of you and kill everything around you, and all you do is just run. Like, don't do anything but just run and see if we can get the trophy for each of us.
Well, I wonder if I got that one. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive I did. I don't know. That game's cool. That game's way cooler than Minecraft ever was. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you. Like when it first came out, that was my thing too. Like I bought Minecraft and I played Minecraft and I liked Minecraft, but like my whole thing was love the shirt. My whole thing was it just has a better combat system, and it's 2D side scrolling. Like it's an old school like Metroidvania type thing like going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. So,
yeah.
And they are. I didn't know if you knew this. They're adding new stuff in patch 1.3, which is supposed to come out sometime this year. All new bosses, like all new gear, like all kinds of crazy shit. Like it's almost like like half of the games being new shit is being added to the game. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm pretty pumped for that. And I think that'll be sadly I don't think the Vita is getting that, but I think that all the PS4 and the Xbox One are.
Okay.
And the PC it already has it.
Yeah, so, there's so much there was for a long I know everything is sort of to a point caught up with the PC version, but for a long time there was vast amounts of things you could do in the PC version that you just couldn't do on PS3 or Vita or even PS4 for that matter. Like I think it took a long time for them to get the laser guns and stuff in there. Mm-hmm. And and that stuff's bananas. But that game's cool. So that's all you guys are playing?
I'm still playing Marvel Heroes. They added some content for Spider-Man's release, so that's a fun game. Diablo clone.
Diablo-like.
Yeah.
They also added Black Cat into the game, the 40th hero. So that's a fun time.
Nice.
What have you been playing, Matt?
Well, because you guys scored a rather wonderful interview with the developers of Fallen Legion, I've been playing Fallen Legion a lot. I've been through that game twice.
Wow.
That game is fun. It is fun as hell to play. I have some issues with the story. It's very rote, we'll say. But I've only been playing the Vita version. I haven't played the PS4 version at all. But I actually was like, I actually did quite a bit in that, to the point where I think I have more than half the trophies already, and I was looking at things that were on there and trying to do that, and I found I have several that were listed on True Trophies as nobody having, so felt pretty cool doing that. Nice. So now I just have to figure out how to get the rest of them. There are a couple of things that seem like story stuff, but I'm not sure what story stuff that is. I feel like looking at how I played through the game twice. I remember my morale with all my troops was really high. So I think if you go the other way, you might get a couple of things that I missed. Hopefully, we'll see. I still have to do one life mode, and I started that and I got distracted and died, and that did mean it's not a joke. That mode is not a joke, not at all, not even a little bit. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm also still trying to figure out how to do combos. I got 50. I have not gotten 100 yet, and those are both trophies. So I need to get better at blocking because it's really weird the blocking in that game. But that game's cool. I like the art style. I think Jason nailed it when he talked about Dragon's Crown, and there's a lot of cool things about how that plays that I feel like it's perfect for a handheld, and I hope the PS4 version is just as good. Also, I started my 10th character in Bloodborne today.
I thought I had a disease.
Oh, you don't even you are still curable, my friend. You have bloodborne HIV. I have full-blown AIDS. I am beyond the path of no return. There's no medicine cocktail for me. There's no blood ritual for me. I am going to be a beast before too long.
That's right.
Yeah, but I went through, I think for the first time ever, and I'd never done this, at least not to my memory, where I got through. I woke up, I whooped that werewolf's ass in the clinic, the first thing you fight.
Yeah, with no weapon.
With no weapon, I whooped his ass. I actually got to where you pick up your first weapon without having a weapon. Yeah. And I was like I've never done this before.
Nice.
So that was cool. But then I went back to Hunter's Dream, got a proper weapon. Beat up the Cleric Beast, beat up Gascoigne, beat up the Bloodstarved Beast, and I'm like, I think I need to stop before this becomes a problem again. And
it's a good problem.
Then another voice in my head said, "Too late," and and then I played more Spelunky, and yeah. Spelunky's still real good, and then for some reason I got bored with that and started South Park Stick of Truth again as a Jew.
Nice.
And that game is still fucking hilarious. So I'm like, I had Persona 5 staring at me all day, and I'm like, I should play that. No, I'm gonna play something else because I feel like that's just too long-winded, and I didn't quite have the time. But video games.
That's right.
Those games are fun. Those games are real fun. Yeah. So, topics, gentlemen?
Jason can go first.
All right. Are there any games that you absolutely love now that didn't take the first or second time you cracked it open? Like you started, you're like, I don't like this. Went away and decided to come back. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome.
I mean, nothing like of recent generations has really done that to me. Like usually, like I feel like I don't really bow out of a game until I'm at least 5 hours in. And usually I've made some progress and then just said, nah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Personally, I think mine is one of your games that's still in a wrapper. Mine has yet to happen because I've tried The Witcher 3 over and over and over again, and it gets a little bit better and a little bit better. But I haven't like gone over the other side of the hill to be like, I love it. So I don't know.
The fathers of the grind folks hear you say that, you might get some hate.
Fuck them. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It didn't kiss my ass. It's not the greatest game on the face of this planet.
No, it's not.
That joking aside, I would have to say the Bloodborne series. And Souls games in general, because I tried Dark Souls, just couldn't, like, I tried it and, really didn't get into it. Tried it again because it was one of the first digital games I bought on my 360, and then like a third time didn't work too well, and then I bought Bloodborne on my PS4, tried that, took a break from it, and then went back to it when you and I started playing it, Matt. What was that, 2015 or 2016 we started playing it again? Yeah, so I started playing it like crazy and just
scared of the Cleric Beast. Look at you now.
Fell down the rabbit hole. And so now it's just like I have no problem. Like, I mean, I'm working my way through Dark Souls 3, which I need to platinum that game. I just need to freaking suck it up and do the Covenant farming. But anyways, I just keep pushing that off. But so that would be my game as far as something that took a while to get into.
For me, it's actually, there's two of them. One, you mentioned Bloodborne. I think the first time I played it, I died in the clinic, and maybe it was just my mindset, and I'm like, nope, I'm done with this game. If I die in the first 30 seconds, yeah, I'm good.
Symptoms of a modern fucking gamer. Needs to have his hand held before it gets difficult, and then it never really gets difficult.
Or does it like anything from outside the norm?
Yeah, you need to have.
No, I was supposed to die.
You need to have a map telling you exactly where you need to go. Man, Fucking noob sauce, get out of here.
Jeez.
My second time through, 55 hours later, I had the platinum. I didn't stop playing that game. I was playing it nonstop. It was in rest mode, my PlayStation. I don't think I played anything else. And the other game, a recent...
Only time I wasn't Bloodborne and I was sleeping.
Actually, Marvel Heroes. Moose would remember. I started the beta and I was like, this is Diablo reskinned. I don't care. I quit. And he kept playing, and now I probably put 60-something hours in since its release. I haven't stopped playing. I mean, it just took that second look. I mean, maybe it's the mindset or something, but now I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Diablo on consoles was real weird for me. Like Diablo 3 was like I didn't like buy it until I got a PS4, but I had a friend that had it, and I was like, I don't know. And I think, but like, it's not that I didn't like the game because I had played 1 and 2 and loved those when they came out. God, 20 years ago now. But I'm not sure that counts because like I knew what it was, and then I played Reaper of Souls and got the platinum, helped other people get the platinum, and we had the Diablos between platinum achievements and Phoenix Overdrive. Mm-hmm. I played a lot of Diablo, but the one that like jumps out at me, this is more of a personal thing, was the original Dragon Warrior on the NES. And this is just one of my favorite like gaming stories because my mom like bought it for me out of like nowhere. Like I'd never heard of it. She's like, "Oh, I thought you might like this game," and then I tried it and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." Played it for a few hours, and then like a few months down the line, she said, "How come you're not playing that game I got you?" And I said, "I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do." And she's like, "Get your homework done. We're playing this game." And then, 2 or 3 times a week, it would be 3 or 4 hours with my mom until we beat the game. Nice. And I remember that she was the one who figured out how we got to get Erdrick's armor. She was the one that figured out where we needed to go when it seemed like we had nowhere else to go. And, that was really cool. But a lot of the time, I mean, I'm not like trying to look down at your question, Jason, because I think it's very valid. But I think a lot of the time nowadays, I tend to stick with the game until I know it's just not happening for me. But I'll actually add a question very much like that. Are there any games you should like and don't?
For me, Mass Effect. I don't see the appeal. I really.
But okay, now on top of that, why do you think you should like Mass Effect?
Honestly, I've never heard really bad things about other than Mass Effect Andromeda's issues at launch. I've never heard anything bad, and everyone says you have to play it. You should play through all of them. Just never had an interest. I don't know why. I mean, and I'm a big sci-fi fan, so it would be perfect, but I just never got into it. And I mean, I own them all, of course, because why wouldn't I? Because who owns games that they play?
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, that guy right there.
Witcher 3 still sealed, saving it for when it's worth something. That's never gonna happen. Moose, you?
Jerry's still kind of out on it, but I'm leaning towards The Witcher 3. I mean, I'm not trying to like beat a dead horse, but like everything screams that I should enjoy it. It's got blood, violence.
It's got swords.
Sex,
it's got sorcery.
It's
got like
the whole gamut.
Kind of Skyrim in a way, but
kind of. And I feel like I really think Bloodborne has done a disservice to the game for me because like the controls they're not good. Like they're not that good. I just think people who play the game and think the controls are good are just like that's all muddied by the fact that they love the story, they love the questing, they love like everything about the game. So then that pulls like the controls up from the bottom basement up to like a good level. And I'm getting better at it. Like I'm getting better at playing the game, but I have to like sit there for like the first 10-15 minutes and be like, okay, Brian, you got to turn off Dark Souls and Bloodborne so you can actually play this. And then I actually do a little bit better. So yeah, I have a struggle with it. It's too deep. There's too much going on, too many side quests. I'm just like, I don't know. It's a game that I should like, and I just, like you said, it's kind of like Skyrim, and I love Skyrim, but I just can't get into it. I'm struggling. So that would be my game.
I can think of a lot of games I really should like and don't. But for all intents and purposes, I should like the Final Fantasy games. But because I didn't play those JRPGs first, I don't like them. I had Dragon Warrior and Tales first, and it's really all I need. I should really like the Uncharted games. Like a lot of signs of my taste, like outside of video games, point to like Uncharted being my jam. I'm bored to tears playing those games. I think I should have liked Metal Gear Solid 5 a lot more than I ended up doing, because I feel like that was sort of an evolution on like the Far Cry stuff. Like it was more of an interactive evolution on the Far Cry template, but I think I've marveled at like how that game was made and how everything worked and how the world seemed to react to how you did things, but it didn't pull me in any farther than that, other than to have an appreciation for it. And then I probably should like Little Big Planet more than I do, but I don't.
But
because when I originally got a PS3, like there were 3 games that pulled me that way: Mod Nation Racers #1, Infamous #2, and Little Big Planet #3. And I played Little Big Planet and I was like, oh, this is really awesome. And then Little Big Planet 2 came out and I'm like, oh, this is really awesome. But it sucks at the same time. Like everything you want one of these things to be, it doesn't work. I think the creation stuff is like super arcane and obscure and very, very difficult to do. It's very difficult to do bad creations in that game, let alone good ones. And did not sit any kind of well for me. I probably should have liked Crash Bandicoot when it was out originally, but fuck Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, I could keep going, but I won't. We'll be here a while. I've been around too goddamn long. Did you have any other questions, Jason, along these lines, or no?
No. That was it, really. Okay. I liked your spin on it.
All right, Moose, you got anything?
For his question, no, but I got a topic. If you're ready,
that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you were stuck on a deserted island and the means or technology is not questioned, what are the top 5 albums that you would take with you? Or we can streamline it down and say what band/artists.
I mean, I know my
catalog.
I know my vibe. I'm like, wow, what's his? Where's this coming from? Moose has never wanted to talk music with me in his life.
I love talking music with you, except when you play shitty stuff or we're trying to kill things in Bloodborne. But anyways,
I mean, there's not shitty music. There's just shitty you.
That's it. I'm posted. I still have the video of our conversation about how shitty whatchamacallit was Fleetwood Mac. That was awesome.
Oh,
do you remember that conversation we had? That was fun.
Yes, I do.
You weren't really like, talking in their favor. You were just like, wow, they're not as bad as I'm like, nope, they're shit.
I mean, let's be fair. Like there are Fleetwood Mac. There's Fleetwood Mac that I can get down with, and that's like everything before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined the band, along with like maybe 3 albums while they were with the band. Okay. But I do not think that band is legendary because of them, the way everybody else does. I mean, Rumors is cool, but it's like super overrated at this point. Tango in the Night, I think, is like their weird masterpiece. And then Tusk is one of those things that I like Tusk for what it is, because it was a band that did one thing and then decided they were going to do the exact opposite, and they did it better. But time does not agree with me on that one. But everything they did with Peter Green was awesome. That guy was a cool ass blues guitarist that never got his due and went crazy and left the band. That's really it. I guess. I mean, Sid Barrett, Pink Floyd had Sid Barrett, Fleetwood Mac had Peter Green. But my 5 Desert Island albums, it's pretty easy. It's in this order. 5, Sly and the Family Stone, There's a Riot Going On. 4, The Clash, London Calling. 3, Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique. 2, Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet. And number 1, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. Done.
Nice.
Jason?
So, I'm not a big music guy like you guys. I'd have to pick bands, and you could laugh at me all you want. I don't have a particular favorite album for each of these, but this is what I would listen to. Jimi Hendrix.
I like
AC/DC.
I mean, he had 3 albums that were perfect.
AC/DC.
Why AC/DC?
I don't know. I always just enjoyed.
I think what you want is an AC/DC best of. You really do, because their albums.
Yeah, some of their songs are just
like. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you want a compilation.
Their 70s stuff, good stuff, all of it. Back in Black and the album right after Back in Black are okay. Then it trails off significantly.
Oh, I agree. It took a dive. It takes a dive.
The Doors.
Okay.
I'm not with you there, but I'll let you have it.
Okay. I'm going to go with Beastie Boys too, but
there you go.
Ill Communication.
Oh, nice.
Good man. Good man. As long as it's not that License to Ill stuff.
And my final one, which if you don't like it, well, I don't care. I always like it, is Godsmack's first album.
I can
really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this. How old are you, Jason?
34.
Okay, understood. That's totally fine.
Makes sense now.
No. It does, but like not in a derisory way.
Right, not in a bad way. It just,
because I mean, like, think about it. You're 38. I'm gonna be 38, and so in the 90s, he was 4 years behind us. So while you and I were, rocking out to Alice in Chains, he was waiting 4 years for Godsmack to happen. So, I mean, that's what that is.
Yeah. Alice in Chains. Good stuff.
Yeah. Better than Soundgarden. Yeah, I fucking said it. Moose.
So I was thinking about albums, and now that y'all have got over it, I'm like, man, I can't. Like, I couldn't pick albums. Like, if I had someone had a gun to my head, I probably could. But
You'd be like, Pearl Jam, yield, please don't kill me.
Yeah. No code. But anyway, so I would probably pick like 5 artists, and then just some random from them. So
you would just pick ABBA, Dancing Queen 5 times over.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You shut your mouth.
I didn't say there was something wrong with it.
That greatest hits is actually really good. We were doing Bloodborne, and you were playing. That was playing on your vinyl, and then I popped it onto my Spotify and just listened for like 3-4 weeks straight. Yep. It was the only thing played on my Spotify. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Shows up to Vicar Amelia, money.
I would go with Jimi Hendrix. I'd pick Jimi Hendrix because I like a lot of his work. He's a lefty too, so gotta show support. I'd go with Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. Well, I'm a lefty, so lefties. And so Jimi Hendrix, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. I know you're gonna probably hate me for this, but I'd go with Metallica and then 9 Inch Nails. I'd take 9 Inch Nails. That would be my 5 bands, like a mix of their songs to be able to play on Deserted Island.
That's cool.
Because I mean, like.
9 Inch Nails was always one of those bands that I probably should have liked but never did, and
it's understandable.
Yeah, I admired what Reznor did with all their stuff, but at the same time, that doesn't mean it hit with me. Actually, I do want to say regarding your as yet to be released at time of this recording, NGP. Good call, Jason, on NoFX.
Thank you.
Very, very good call. Very good call. Man, now you got me thinking about music.
Our show is always we always talk about games, and it's like.
I mean, I wish Corey here I wish Corey was here so I could watch him die with us talking about music.
I know.
Like, hey, what are your 5 Desert Island albums, Corey? He's like. Wait, I need a backwards hat where he's just going,
Yeah.
But,
yeah, buddy.
Okay, so here's a question for both of you. It doesn't have to be like a 5 or a 10, but like, what are your favorite? What are some of your favorite moments while playing games? Not necessarily like an in-game thing, not like a Fallout 3 where you walk out of the vault. Like I'll just I'll go first. Fuck y'all. When some like
we're not even saying anything.
Like I know the voices in my head are just saying, "Nah, just go." Like Moose posted a video recently, or reposted a video of us doing the Martyr Logarius fight, where Martyr Logarius killed me, and then he just immediately killed Martyr Logarius with a visceral.
Right, like as you were dying, like you weren't even dead yet. You were like, your body was still disintegrating.
It was like you're like life is leaving my body, and Moose just does his thing, and I'm like, thank you. And I so wish that the share function actually picked up the like voice recording, because both of us, I remember that day perfectly. We were shitting ourselves laughing as hard as we did.
And I think that was the 4th time we tried him.
Yeah.
And now I do have. It's funny, like you talk about the share play picking up the voices. Like I was going back and looking at my videos for Titanfall because I have a lot of like, that was an awesome kill shot where I with a 40 millimeter bullet I picked a guy, sniped a guy out of the sky when he ejected from his Titan, and I'm like, I want to save that and maybe share it. And I sit there and I'm listening to the conversation that's going on, and it's me and Justin talking, and we're talking to Dom, J-Bay, and we're talking to Captain Canada, but their voice chats are not enabled for sharing in the party. So it's just me and Justin having a conversation. It sounds like we're crazy.
Right. And then Justin goes, "It's cool, but I don't know."
Yeah, he's just like, hey, I don't know.
Another one for me was when we were barreling towards Amygdala and the Nightmare Frontier, and Moose and I, it was right after Zelda was revealed, so Moose and I were having a conversation, and when you talk about Zelda with Moose while playing Bloodborne, motherfucker just walks off elevators. He did it funny. 3 times in a row. Like, I'm like, okay, are you ready, Moose? We now about Zelda. And he's like, nope. And both of us are just laughing like the entire time. We're like, all right, Moose. I won't say Zelda, so you don't walk off the elevator. And he walks off anyway. Oh, it's so good. And then there were like the story I mentioned earlier about my mom and Dragon Warrior. Like that's a cool thing for me.
Yeah.
Also, like when Rocket League came out and the Platinum Achievements crew were playing that, like every night it was like, hey, let's play Rocket League with 8 people and get into some weirdly deep conversation.
Yeah.
Or get giddy and just yelling about how college players don't deserve money.
Like Jimmy.
And Tim, when he posted that video of the Chaos team, where we were tied 1-1 going into we were in it was like right as overtime was about to hit, and I let the ball go across goal right as it hits 0 and Tim knocks it in. Oh, that was that moment still makes me smile. That's still like an Al Bundy moment for me. Like, yeah, I played high school football.
I think I still have the video where one of the last matches we played, it was like me, Muffins was in there. I think Jason, I think you were even in there or something. We were all playing, and John, he was a little intoxicated, and I was on the other team and was just like whooping his ass. Like we were whooping his ass, and he's like, "What is going on here?" And then like 3 goals into the match, he's like, "Wait a second, Moose, you're on the other team. What are you doing on the other team?" And I'm just like, "I don't know." Stuff.
He's like, "Winning. That's what I'm doing."
Exactly. But that's a pretty good memory. It's always fun playing Rocket League with John Martin. But favorite like gaming or things that happened during gaming, like when I bought my first system, which was a Sega Genesis. I went the wrong path. I didn't buy a Super Nintendo. I don't even know what made me, like, thinking back now, I can't even, like, I don't even know if it was a commercial. I really don't know if it was Sonic. I think Sonic came with it, but I don't think that's
it was Sonic. That's what it was at the time.
So buying, my first gaming system, enjoying the hell out of that, buying a PlayStation 4. And so I was told by multiple people, you won't be able to find it's going to be hard reestablishing your circle of friends on a console that your friends don't play on. So I always tell people, when anybody suggests as a bullet point for buying a system, buy a system where your friends are. Fuck that. You don't have to buy a system where your friends are, because you'll make awesome friends. You can find them Facebook communities. You can find them through playing the game. I found both you and Jason through the Facebook groups and playing online together. So was another experience. It was just like I play with more people on my PS4. Frenemies, maybe we can go frenemies, but just being able, like, I play with more people on PS4 than I ever did on my 360. So it's just that was a cool experience. And then Bloodborne, our rapid descent into the rabbit hole that is Bloodborne. I mean, I love that. Like, just the 2 of us playing together, and I believe a couple bosses, 2 or 3 bosses in a row, I have the screenshots where you died a quarter of the way into the fight through no fault of your own. I'd like to tell the listener that it was not your fault. You weren't being stupid. It was just like sometimes you just go into a boss fight and you're dead in the first second. And trying to do Amygdala in the Chalice Dungeons definitely speaks to that, because sometimes you'll go in there and you're going through the door and everybody's off to the left and he's jumping where they came in through the door, and that's where you are, and he lands on you and you're like, well, I'm dead. So you know, you're already down a person. But I have like a couple of screenshots where it was like 2 or 3 bosses where I had to like beat the boss with like 3/4 health after he disappeared. And I always like those moments because you would you're respectful enough to just sit there and just be quiet, because you're like, well, I'm gonna let them concentrate on the fight. And like you usually don't experience that with people. Like usually people are like jabber-jawing in your ear or something. Like I love Gideon to death, but like when we were playing Bloodborne and he'd join a party, I had to start making the parties private, because I'm like, you don't understand. We're trying to like strategize and focus on this. Like I don't really need to be hearing about what's going on, you know, with the Mets right now. I don't personally give a shit about the Mets. So that was kind of a breath of fresh air. And then it'd either be like, I got him or I died, or you'd be like, how you doing? And I'm like, still in it, you know, like 3 minutes later.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when, you know, you're playing with someone who knows. And like, you know, I kind of got trained by that, you know, through another set of great moments playing the original Dark Souls with Ahmed, because I mean, that guy can play Dark Souls and Bloodborne instinctively. Like he does not need to focus. He doesn't need training. Like he just goes in and is like, oh, this is like your cousin Moose. Yeah. He just goes in and just like and stuff just dies. Yeah. And you know, that when we were playing Dark Souls, like he had a couple, like early in the game, he would like keep talking while he died and I was fighting the boss, and I'm like, you need to just be quiet so I can focus, and then if you want, check in, see how I'm doing, but just let me focus on this because I'm not you. And yeah, like, you know, the first time I beat Smog and Ornstein in the original Dark Souls, he died. And I was left to fight both of them myself. And we had both fought these guys a ton together and both died. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, he died. Like Ornstein just basically shoved his spear so far up his butt and then lightninged him to death. So now I'm sitting here to face this gargantuan guy with a hammer that's as big as I am. And then this other guy who's super fast just zipping around the arena by myself. But I ended up doing that. I ended up doing, like, one of my favorite things I've ever done is done enough to platinum Dark Souls without leveling up. And that those moments to me are special because like it was two friends doing that together. And I mean, I was like, you and I like started the Hammer Bro thing, but I think Ahmed is probably one of those as well, because I wouldn't be where I'm at without him. And you know that, and I took what he did with me with Dark Souls and Demon Souls and really tried to pay it forward to anybody that would play Bloodborne with me, because I love that game.
We forgot one important thing: Helldivers.
Well, I was actually getting there because there are way too many moments in Helldivers by itself.
It's just the whole game and whole experience. That's really
I mean, Matt Phillips shooting me in the back of the head with a bazooka.
Yeah,
like that always sticks out, and I still remind him of that.
when we all died, and then you go running around the map for 10 minutes before you call us down. There's always that.
And then, but when I called you guys down, no one died when you spawned. You died later on. You're gonna have to run around more. And then Gideon would be like, "Oh, great! Here goes Infinite running around again. He's going on a walkabout."
Yeah.
And then
at least fucking attempt.
Oh God!
Like when he joined us on a mission, and one of them was
protect the missile. Protect the missile.
Was it the missile?
Yeah, it's always the missile.
No, I thought it was the what is it? Where you got a what is it? Escort. It was the escort mission with the scientists, and I threw out grenades, and he came flying in, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "We don't have to complete that one. We're just trying to earn. We're just trying to get the planet done." He's like, "Well, at least fucking attempt." And I'm just like, well, I think there was 2 of us, and we were playing on like a level 9 or 10, and I'm just like, the stuff that you don't have to do, I'm just gonna kick it to the curb and get moving on. But anyways, it was pretty.
Yeah, fun. I mean, and those were some good ass times. Philip still doesn't have the platinum in that game, does he?
No, he doesn't, and he loves that game tremendously. And he brought up a good point. He said to me, I said, "You don't love that game because you didn't platinum it. I was like, you don't play it enough." And he said, "Well, you love your wife, but you don't always spend all your time with her." And I said, "Yeah, I should have said it, but I put a ring on her. You know what I mean? Like I gave her. I mean,
he platinumed his wife. I mean,
Phillips is just, he's just out there. Just, I love this game. No, you don't. You'd have the platinum if you love the game.
I mean, I respect Dom's, stature on this or status on the issue. He's like, no, all about the kill count.
Yeah, he's all about the kill count.
All about the kill count.
Right. He doesn't care about trophies anyway.
Dominic's like the soldier version of Frank. You don't give a fuck. He just wants to kill shit.
That's right. That's right. That's so true. But
Jason, you got some moments?
Yeah, I got some moments. Going back to World of Warcraft, when I got the insane achievement, Moose is probably familiar with that one. I think I just I didn't put it.
Isn't that putting Warcraft in? You're insane at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. But I remember just finishing it, and I was like, oh, I'm done. Like, it was just a great feeling. Then until I thought about, like, wow, I just wasted like 5 whole days of crap doing this. But just the feeling of when you achieve that, it's like, wow, that's awesome. More recently, playing Doom, spoiler, when you get the BFG that first time and just mow down like 1,000 demons, it's just so cool. Like, you feel invincible. It's like the coolest thing ever.
It's like all the demons are just putty in my fingers.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about it while you guys were talking about Helldivers. The first time that zombie dog jumps through the window in Resident Evil.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. You're sitting there in the dark, and you're like, nope, turning the lights on. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, Psycho Mantis, when you had to switch the controller.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, yeah, that was
cool was that when you figure that out? You're like, wow, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
And he like tells you like, oh, so you like Castlevania or whatever other Konami game they were could put in there at the time of development. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And then more recently, not a specific moment in a game, but playing Battlefield 1 with a few of my friends, and me and my buddy Frank were up in a plane, and all of a sudden you see a parachute. I'm like, hey Frank, you flying? He goes, nope. Are you? And dead. And we were dying laughing. It was just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, you in like those moments you kind of need that communication to be like, I'm getting out of the tank, especially if you're the driver. Like if you're the driver, like I've done that so many times where I've been in a tank with people. Now, if there are people in my squad, because someone will be like Battlefield 4, they'll be manning the cannon and the guns. So I'll just be driving and I'll just say, all right, listen, we got to get out of this. We're going. So they know they can get out. But some people I'll just leave behind. Like I'll just get out and I'll just be running off doing whatever I'm doing. But that's hilarious. He didn't even say anything. He's just like, I'm gone.
That reminds me. Remember the motorcycle moose?
Oh God. Yeah, the motorcycle and Helldivers.
The motorcycle and Helldivers. I'm like, who wants to ride the motorcycle with me? Philip's like, yeah, I'll ride the motorcycle. Immediately drive off a cliff.
Yes, you both died.
Like, both of us died. And then early on in Helldivers, when they still had pro controls on the vehicles, where you could basically drive super fast and sort of GTA your way around the world. There was I don't remember the guy's name anymore, but we were all playing. I'm not sure. I think it was it might have been. No, I don't think it was you, Moose. I don't think you were here for this, but it was this kid, myself, and two others, and he's like, call down the tank. I'll drive it around. And he drove it, and we were just running over things left and right. We were taking care of objectives. We were wrecking some serious shop. And we get to a point where there's like a bunch of little holes, and the path is like super windy through those craters. And he drifts and does this 180 spin, takes the entire party off a cliff, but hits the button at the right time so he can eject and land safely. And so all of us are like, how did you do that? and then of course there's Gideon spawning into death, and like, how are you still alive? I'm Gideon.
yeah, and he just he escapes death, and you're just like, how the heck did you do that, man? And then when they nerfed the displacement field, because it takes like 30 seconds to charge, and then recharge is like 20 seconds or something, because it used to be 10 seconds. So you used to be able to like really survive in the game. Mm-hmm. Like you could throw that on and you weren't dying as often as you do now. So I mean, it should have been nerfed, and it kind of makes it so that, the game. But like he has that on, and like, you're getting shot by people. I mean, we were playing just recently, me, Jason, Phillips, and Jeff, and Phillips. I'm like, Phillips, where you going? And right as I said that, he runs off a cliff, and he's like, wrong guy. He's like, and he goes. After he says that, he's like, I was just about to say, hey, Moose, where are you going? And he's like, and that was me. So that's just it's pretty funny. The fun that you can have while playing, it's fun. So, but
how about that first time the nuke goes off in Modern Warfare multiplayer, and you weren't expecting it, and they're like, oh, well, that happened.
Yep. I remember that one. That's Modern Warfare. Was that the first one?
I think so.
Oh, during the story?
No, the multiplayer.
Multiplayer? I have no idea. I haven't played, no Call of Duty.
It's been way too long.
Yeah, I haven't. I didn't play Call of Duty until whichever one had the zombies. It was World at War. I had that, so I could play zombies with my brother. Then I think Black Ops had it. I think I skipped that, and then I bought Black Ops 2 to play with them, and then I bought Black Ops 3 just recently. And now I'm just like, I'm done. Even though World War II looks really good, I'm like, I don't, just no. I just don't need it, So.
Yeah, that life has no appeal for me whatsoever. I have one final question, and then we can go to 20 questions if you want.
Sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Returns.
I like it. I like it a lot.
No. Do you guys have a platinum that when you finally achieved it, you were so glad you could just never play that game again?
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's not necessarily like it was Orc Slayer bad or Energy Cycle bad or My Name is Mayo bad, but like it was one of those grinds you're like, yeah, fuck this shit. I never again. I
don't think it goes
like I hate. Well, there are two games that I hate platinum.
Yeah, so you go first. Go ahead.
No, I mean, you were saying something, but you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I don't have like a game where I struggled through something to. I mean, mine would be Walking Dead. Okay. To not have to play Walking Dead, I won't even go back and finish. I'm thinking about going back and finishing, 400 days or something like that. Whatever the little DLC in between season 1 and 2.
You could do it in an hour.
Yeah, so I might go back and do that
before 20 questions is over.
So I can get the completion percentage because I need to get my completion percentage up. But the mechanic, like, that's another thing where, like, oh, this game is great. This game is great. Yeah, the only thing good about it is the story. The rest of it just sucks. Like, you know, like you're walking around this whole little shack. You're investigating with the two main characters, and the only time like a zombie attacks is when you walk to this one certain area. Yep. And it's like, well, like, add some variety. Just have it be a random counter, or, you know, if it hasn't happened up to that point, then, you know, make it happen somewhere else too. Like, you know, when something drops on the other side of a cage, you're like, okay, well, a zombie's going to attack in the next 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't ever have to go back to Walking Dead. I'll never play that game again.
I platinumed it 3 different times on PlayStation 4, Vita, and PS3, and I'm glad I never have to do it again. If there was a reiteration of a console and they brought it out, I don't know if I'd go back. I really don't.
I don't think I would either. Now, if there's like a platinum, then I'm glad I have it so that I can just play the game and enjoy the game. It would be Skyrim. Mm-hmm. Even though I have to work on the DLC trophies, which I have to work to complete that. But I worked to get the platinum, and now I can just go back to playing it how I did when I used to play it on 360. So
yeah,
that's definitely up there.
For me, definitely Walking Dead. I hated it. Moose knows. But also, I still play it, but if I didn't play it again, I wouldn't be upset. Diablo 3's platinum. I got it 3 times.
Yeah.
When I got that 500th bounty, I actually did a mic drop and walked out of the room. I dropped the controller. I was like, oh, fuck this trophy. I'm done. I'm never doing bounties again. I was like, this is the stupidest shit ever.
Oh, yeah. I sunk that trophy and left. I'm like, and I can't. I actually didn't even turn my PS4 off at the time. People like, I came back and they're like, all these messages. Hey, we wanted to play Diablo with you. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, I put in my time. You can wait a minute.
Yeah, but see, the problem is if you try and do it by yourself, you're kind of screwed. Like, playing it with other people, kind of, you can like especially if to kill like 80 people in a certain area, one person goes one way, one person goes the other, and you get it done. But like, also, like, you can shoot shit, you can talk. Like, if you're just doing it by yourself, it is mind numbing. But if you have somebody else there that you can do multiplayer co-op and like talk with somebody, it's a lot more bearable. Because I think that's the way Phillips did it. Because you and I got the platinum. Or you might have got it way before I did, but I got the platinum, and then Phillips was like, "Well, I'm going to try and get the platinum," and so we were just helping him do the bounties.
Yeah, we were just
helping him roll on the bounties, and so they built it correctly in making it like you have to be in the bounty for it to count. Like, you know, like I can't go do one, someone can't, you know. So, but anyways, yeah,
you can't just like spam them. But no, the 2 that I got, I actually the very first hate platinum I ever got was Assassin's Creed 2. And the guy who lent me that game, his name is Jordy. Very, very nice guy from Spain. He and his wife have 2 lovely children. He swears to me that Assassin's Creed 2 was one of the best games ever made. I'm like, no, this game sucks. And I will tell you why. And all his response was, but like, it's so pretty. I'm like, that's not what's important. You know, granted, I'm not going to sit here and say visuals don't matter, but that's not the metric on which a game is measured. And I said, I will prove it to you. I will get the platinum in this game. That means I will have experienced everything it has to offer. And if I still can't say it's good, we can agree to disagree. And I did that, and I'm like, I don't find anything. I tried, and I really tried.
Yeah.
I really, really tried. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing, I can't. And I've not played an Assassin's Creed game since. I don't think I ever will. The other one is Evolve.
Oh, yeah, the shooter from, what was it, Turtle Rock? Turtle Beach is the
headphones.
So is it
Turtle Rock Studios. They're the ones were, I think they were the original team behind Left 4 Dead.
I think you are correct.
Evolve, when it was pitched, and even when I played it, I loved playing Evolve. I thought the concept was really cool. I feel like it was broken in a lot of key areas. And there were, I don't know enough about game design anyway, but I didn't see how they could ever really balance that so it was a fair fight. You tip it anyway, and it's over. It's over. Like, and no matter how organized you are against the monster always has the advantage. And that's I mean, they repatched that game so many times to try and give the hunters the advantage, and when they gave the hunters the advantage, the monster was just paper thin. And but I like that concept. I think there's still more to be seen from a genre like that, from a one versus several. I don't think that game did it as well as it could have. Getting the platinum in that game fucking sucked. It sucked in stereo. It sucked on steroids. Trying to do all those little bullshit tasks with every iteration of every hunter and every monster was so grindy and so haphazardly. Like, you didn't know. You're like, I'm not sure I got that. And honestly, when the platinum finally popped, I'm like, I took it out of I sucked my trophies, took it out of my system, and took it back to GameStop. I'm like, nope, never again. And
now that was only on current gen.
Yes, that was on PS4 and PC.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was on Xbox as well, but really
nobody cares.
And it was, and I remember that game is how Ray Osorio and I really started gaming together, and we had good times playing that game. And then when they announced like DLC hunters, which I would have played had that platinum not been so shitty, he said, "Hey Matt, there's new hunters." I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "Oh, you don't want to play it?" I'm like, "Nope." Yeah. I go, "You remember when you were trying to play with me?" And I said, "No, I'm trying to get these trophies, and you don't want to go where I'm going to do this because this is not going to be fun for you." I meant it. I don't want to go back there. That was a very dark place, and I would rather try and level 1 every Dark Souls game in perpetuity than do that again. That the Evolve Platinum, it was one of those things. I'm like, man, maybe I should stop hunting trophies after that.
Wow, that's bad.
It was rough. Like,
see, I haven't hit my platinum or trophy hunting.
Like, I was like Joel in The Last of Us. I was like, man, I've seen way too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, be thankful you only have The Walking Dead to hate on.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, maybe if you both platinum Terraria, you might be like, "Oh, I'm so glad this is fucking over."
It might, that might happen. Yeah. And probably
it seems like you're getting right for it, but
by that point they'll probably come out with Terraria Other Worlds. I think is the game they're working on. Not even Terraria 2, but it's like a side game inside the same
basically
universe.
An expansion pack.
I think it is. I really think it is. I don't know what's going on with it.
It'll be like Terraria Reign of Cthulhu or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it, but anyways.
Okay, so we've been going for about an hour 10. What do you say we go to 20 questions?
Sounds good,
Excellent.
man.
It's my game this week.
All right.
For anybody who's watching and doesn't know how this is played, Moose and Jason will ask a total of 20 yes or no questions. I will ask for clarification. I will try and be as forthright about any of my mistakes as possible, but they get 20 questions and a guess. If they are wrong, I get a point. If they are right, Moose gets a point. Moose and I are tied at 2. Corey's still hanging out at 0. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Moose, take us away.
Is this game in my PS4 library?
No.
Okay.
Well, that was a selfish question, Dick.
That's right. You call him out, Jason. Don't let him do you this way. He's sending you out to dry. You gonna take that from him?
I'm not sending him out to dry.
Figure it out, Marshall. You got this.
Did Best Buy have the game on its shelf the last 10 times I've been, like, really?
Nope.
Is the game...
no, that wasn't his question, Matt. I think he was just joking.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Was the game released after January 1st, 2000?
Yes.
So it's not on PS4.
What? It was after January 1st, 2000.
But it's not on PS4.
You asked if it's in your library.
You said it's in your library.
Never mind. Do you want to ask if it's a console exclusive?
Because it could be Barbie's Dreamhouse 4, The Return.
Yeah.
That had a platinum that every trophy whore has, probably. Do we want to ask if it's console exclusive?
Sure.
Is it console exclusive?
What do you mean by console exclusive, Moose?
Is it exclusive to the platform known as consoles? Not is it exclusive to a console?
Okay.
Because I'm clarify that because the way y'all said it last time.
It is not a console exclusive. No.
Okay. So it's on PC as well.
Okay. After 2000. It can be, it's on all 3 or could be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is it part of a series?
Yes and no. Actually, no, it's not. Like how I did that, Jason?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's not part of a series. Do we want to start narrowing down the type of character you play, the type of game you play? Jason, talking to Jason, do you want me to ask if we play a human? I think we should ask if you play a human. Do you play a human in the game?
No.
Okay. That's animal.
Or alien.
Or alien. Yeah. Something other than human.
Do we want to narrow the year?
We can, well.
Because we have almost 2 decades worth.
Do you want to say after, 2011?
Is it from this decade?
No.
Okay.
So it's from maybe so it's the 2000s. So that means it was Well, it could have been on. Well, it was on last gen. So, and PC. Do you play an animal or an alien? Do we want to narrow down like what style, like platformer, side scroller?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. Is the game a platformer?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a platformer. It's on PC.
It could be on PS2, 3, or Xbox or 360.
That's true. That is true.
Because PS3 was 06.
Yeah, and that didn't come out till 06. And Xbox was what, 05? Came out the year before, or the 360. I mean.
So is it a platformer?
Yeah, he said yes, it is.
Okay.
Right, Matt?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you see your character if it's a platformer, so. Well, maybe not.
But I don't know if platformers were like really first person at that time. You know, some of them are kind of now. You know, so.
Jeez. Platformer. Gee. Is there any combat?
No.
Okay. Platformer, no combat, not human. 2000 to 2010. All 3 or 4.
I don't think there's any combat in that game. I've kind of got a game in mind. Is it a? I'm gonna ask if it's a AAA game or if it's an indie game, but I'm gonna go with indie. Are you all right with that? Because that'll help narrow it down. Is it an indie game?
Yes.
Okay. It is an indie game.
And it's not part of a series.
You look like you're Googling, Jason.
Huh?
You look like you're Googling.
No. I just don't want to look at moose.
Fair enough.
Trophy hate. Trophy hate.
Fair enough.
No combat. Platformer. Is there any type of leveling system?
Elaborate.
Like you collect stuff and then gain new skills, or?
No.
Okay.
So you don't gain new skills. And it's from 2010, right?
Yes.
Well, if it's not in your library, but I wonder if it was remastered.
Mm. Do you want me to ask that?
Yeah.
Should I ask, has the game been remastered?
Mm-hmm.
Has the game been remastered?
No.
This is what it is.
No combat, too. That's... Does the character make appearances in later games?
Nope.
Were you trying to think of like later games by the developer?
Well, he hesitated on series, so
Yeah,
I was thinking it wasn't maybe it wasn't like a sequel, but the character like maybe showed up like PlayStation All Stars or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that too. Like it, because like Final Fantasy is, well, that is a series, but like the games aren't like
Right.
a continuation of the story.
Lucky number 13, Moose.
No.
A baker's dozen.
Jesus Christ.
Do we want to ask what generation it was on and narrow that down? Because if we ask if it was on the PlayStation 3 360 generation, which was what, the 7th? Is it on the 7th or the 6th generation?
Mm-hmm.
Then that would tell us, well, what bit it was. You know what I mean? So that would mean like it'd be either what, Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's the dark path that he went. Do you want me to ask that?
Yeah.
So the last gen was 7th, right? Because we're in 8th now. So
Don't go by that. Just state the consoles you want to know if it's on.
okay.
As long as those are as long as those consoles are in the same generation, I'll answer the question.
Can the game be found on the 360, PlayStation 3, and what was it, the Wii? Yeah.
In that generation, yes.
Okay. All right. So it's not. So that's a good thing because there was a shit ton of games on PS2 to try it like.
So that means it's after. So now it's only a 4-year period.
Yeah. And it could have been released like way late. So, and he did say. Did you say it was an indie game? You said it was.
Yes, it is an indie game.
Okay, so human. You see, I don't know the PlayStation 3 catalog as well as I know the Xbox catalog.
Well, think about the Xbox one then and see if it was multi-platform.
So, I mean, what do you want to ask for your question? Because yours is up.
Yeah. So we know it's a platformer. We know it's not a series. We know it's PS3, 360, Wii, PC.
Well, possibly Wii. But yeah.
That's multi-platform. Doesn't have to be Wii.
Yeah. Shit. I'm trying to think of. I don't have anything. I can't think of any platformers. It can't be that. It can't be that. I'm thinking of a game.
What's a question that would narrow that down?
You guys can mention titles to each other. You just can't say, "Hey, Matt, is it this?" without being wrong.
Yeah, because that automatically kills it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's basically asking the last question. Super Meat Boy was technically a platformer, and you play a pile of meat. So it's not a
human.
It's not a human. It's a pile of meat. There's no combat because you're just jumping around on the stage. To be honest, that's the only, and that was on 360. It wasn't on PlayStation 3, but I know.
Yeah, but it's on PS4.
Yeah, I know that, but
it's also in your library, Moose.
That's true. That's true. Never mind.
I
had something.
Is the studio still developing games?
Yes.
Studio still developing games. Do we want to go? Is it a Western or a Japanese game?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it a Japanese game? An Eastern game?
Yes.
So it's a Japanese game. That's probably why I don't know it.
Because you're racist.
No.
5 questions left, guys.
Yeah, we know.
5 questions left.
It's all right, buddy. I'm going to burn you with my next game.
I'll bet you will.
Yeah, buddy.
We just got to guess Corey's next time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, that's not a platformer.
What were you going to say?
No, I was thinking Psychonauts, but that's not really. But that was 2005.
It's also a game I've never played.
Psychonauts?
I've never played Psychonauts.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've almost used it for this several times, but I feel like I don't know enough about it, and I try and just use games that I've played.
yeah.
I will use games that I've hated though.
Yeah, like the stuff I pick will not be exclusive to games I played, but more than likely it will be something that I've played.
Mm-hmm.
Or I have a fond memory of just narrowly getting or something like that. But anyways, and it was on PC too. This was not exclusive to consoles. I'm trying to think. I can't. I don't know.
Oh. Wait, is it your question?
No, it's yours. It's an even question. It's 16. You're even.
Oh wait, you're not human. Damn it.
I know, like that kills it.
Where were you going? I want to know.
Braid.
Yeah. See,
That's a good one.
That was a good one too. That was on my mind too. But then did I ask the no combat question before the human question? But I was just like, that's why I was thinking about it, because it's a platform and there's no.
I don't care what Ed Barnell says. That game's fucking great.
It is a great game.
Well, it's not Guacamelee.
No, it's not. But
no, I know. I'm just saying, because you're human.
oh, you're back here. Okay.
And it's in my catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Shit. Is that you? Quit it. I should have punched you. I should have punched you the other week.
Yeah, you should.
And I should have had a certain someone videotape it so I could send it to Corey.
Oh, she would have.
I can't even think of any platformers.
I mean, you guys do have 5 questions left. You could just concede.
No, there is a Housemarque game, but I think there's combat.
Which one are you thinking? Because I mean, they did the Super Stardust. Did that for a while. That's got shooting. Were you thinking of Outland? Because Outland, but that you're human in that, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's combat in that.
Yes.
So that doesn't work. It's an indie game.
What other games did they develop for PS3?
Bunch.
I know, right?
Yeah. Let's play it. So it's either 360 or PS3. What about oh, that's in my catalog.
Dead Nation was the other one. Okay.
Oh wait. What is that game?
They developed the Angry Birds trilogy?
Yeah, probably.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're well, it's on their wiki, but I don't think it's on their page when you go to their actual page.
Well, no, because it's published by Activision.
Yeah. What was that game you're trying to think of?
Well, I don't want. Hold on. I want to see if
He's
I
Googling it right now.
No, I know the name. I'm trying to. How can I narrow it down?
The name of that game?
Oh, never mind. It was on PS4. Now that I think about it, Fez.
Oh yeah, that doesn't have combat. You don't play a human.
It's a good call though.
That was on PS3, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Actually, did it come to PS3? I don't think so.
I could have swore it did.
It did.
Yeah, because then it was on like Vita. It was PS3, Vita, PS4.
I know it came to Vita. I have it on
Vita. Yeah, because that was one of those cross-buy at the time.
Oh, okay.
Where you bought like I bought the PS4 version. I got the Vita version. No combat. Bueller.
I need a question, Jason. I need to start enforcing questions. You've been stalling for a while. Looking at your screen there, Googling.
Do you have any superpowers?
No. 4 questions left.
It's a Japanese developer. So it had to be 2010 or before. Oh, they're still making games. Does the game take? So when I asked this question, Jason, I'm thinking of like, does the game take place on Earth or is it like in a fantasy world type setting?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just ask, does it take place on Earth, or how do you think I should ask that? I don't even.
I guess you're gonna ask if it's on Earth.
Does the game take place on Earth?
No.
I don't got anything.
Oh, then the no combat thing is what's killing me. Are you an alien?
You are in so much that you're not anything on Earth.
It's Japanese, so it can't be bad.
It can't be what?
Nothing. It also doesn't take place on Earth.
Can we get clarification on an answer, or
Sure.
will that count? When you said not on Earth, is it known you're not on Earth, or are we just
Assuming.
I mean,
like if the game doesn't specifically say where it is?
yeah, the game doesn't specifically say where it is.
Okay,
But when you
so that-
look at it, there's nothing earthly about it.
okay.
And that's not to say it's in space. That's not to say it's...
Jeez. I don't have anything. I don't even know what that is.
What was that stupid werewolf game where you were? It was a runner, but it was a platformer. It was in space. It's like Infinity Runner or something.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, it's your question.
I'll save it. That's not it.
It's a Japanese developer. No
It's actually a game I've mentioned on several different podcasts, several different times.
Wow. He mentioned Spelunky, but you played as a human.
You don't have to.
But there's combat.
Correct.
And it's also takes place on Earth.
No, really doesn't.
Well, it's also on PS4, so.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to ask because I don't have any. I don't have any. Japanese game. So many games he's mentioned. I don't even know. Platformer, no combat. You're alien. You're not of Earth.
It's like, I'm thinking of a game mentioned on our podcast. It's a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
I've not mentioned it on your podcast.
You've only been on one episode.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
And based on your hate after this, it's probably only going to be one episode.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of hate, probably. I know there will be. I don't know. I don't know how I can narrow it down even more. I can't, I can think of some of the games that he's trying to talk about, he would pick, but I don't know the name of the game. So, that's the problem. I know, the general, this is what it does, and I know he's mentioned it a couple times.
Well, tell me, so maybe I can figure it out.
I want to say it was like that, an old school, kind of thinking it was an old school Vita game, where you had to, I think you had to protect a princess from something, but I don't know if there's combat or not. It's an indie game, and he's mentioned it. I know he's mentioned it I think twice on an episode. Begins with a D or something.
I know what you're thinking of. He's thinking of Dokuro.
Yes.
And that's not it.
Okay. Well, fuck my life. I don't have anything, Jason. I really don't. I don't know what it could be.
Do we want to concede?
I mean, you don't have anything, do you?
No, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything either. So I'm fine with ending this bloodbath.
Please put us out of our mercy, our misery.
Pixel Junk Eden.
That's why he hesitated when you asked, "Is it a series?" Because every game is titled Pixel Junk Shooter.
But then what stopped me was they have Pixel Junk Shooter and Pixel Junk Shooter 2. Those are a series. If they did not have those, I would consider the entire Pixel Junk library a series. But what it is, it's signifying the lead developer on that team, who had an IRC name, Pixel Junk. That game still has one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. It is a really cool platformer. It takes place in a place called Eden, and based on the original release, there was no combat. In the expansion, however, they created the aspect of combat, but you had to do certain things for things to happen, so it's not like you had a weapon.
I actually don't hate you that much for that one. I thought it would be something more I really should have gotten, and so therefore I don't. You can come on the show again. But
what if it had been Nuclear Throne again, and I got you again?
No, that has shooting in it. So,
I know, but I'm just saying, what if all 20 questions asked again?
If it was Nuclear Throne, I would drive up in my car tomorrow and find you and beat the shit out of you. Yeah, so I don't feel bad with, like, I know some of the Pixel Junk games. Like, I've played Pixel Junk Shooter, and I want to platinum it because it looks like...
That game's fun, yo. That game's... Yeah. Like, I keep meaning to go back to it, but I still haven't. Those games are... The Pixel Junk games are really good. I never did like Racers or Second Lap. I didn't like Monsters just because tower defense really isn't my thing.
Yeah, it's not really my thing either.
I wish they would. I mean, I've honestly been waiting for Eden to be released on Vita, but at this point, it's not happening. Yeah. And I don't know what Q Games is doing, if anything, with PlayStation anymore. I know they did Pixel Junk 1 through 6 on Steam. That did not come to Sony at all. And then the last thing they did for Sony was Pixel Junk AM, which is really fucking weird. And it was and I think the lead designer behind that was the guy who did the soundtrack for Pixel Junk Eden, Bayonne. And I think that game is really cool. I think it was one of the first downloadable games I got on PS3 when I got it, or when I bought it, and it was actually like that, and Flower sort of pointed me to a side of games that I did not realize I loved, and I did not realize existed. With that, gentlemen, where do we find you guys?
Not on this podcast again, damn it.
I mean, I'll still invite you back.
Yeah. Anyways, I think I might retire. Just stick with Nerds Gone. Hey, you're not that many ahead of me. At least I'm not in last place. So that's all good. So you won't be that many ahead of me because you're not. You will get We're gonna be like 1-1 for a while because, like, we're definitely gonna get Corey's game because Corey doesn't like to make them hard. And I hope he hears me say this so that he can actually challenge.
He will. He's the one who releases the show.
And then,
like the first one he ever got me on was like a technicality. It was a game that still pissed off about that, but whatever.
Oh, at least I got Toomba.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
Yeah. Yeah. He got the last one, so we're 1-1. The Nerds Gone Platinum team is 1-1 in 20 questions. So anyways, you can find me
Jason's 2-1 because he decided he was going to answer all 20 of my bullshit questions.
All right. You can give that to him too.
I mean, I think that's worth like 700 trophies in my book, but I don't think that really amounts to your competition.
No.
Especially since that would put him well ahead of you, Moose.
I don't even know what trophy war we're talking about here. I'm just like, wait, what? Like, what's going on?
I think he said it at the beginning. That's a resounding 700 trophies for the year.
Yeah. Mr. Masagi probably helped me pass that. Have you played that yet?
No. That and Top Rated I was going to do today, but ended up doing better games.
Which is always
we lacked. You're at 571.
Who's at 571?
You are.
Me?
You're at what 413?
Yep. Oh, he listened.
Dang.
I told you I listened.
What are you doing, Jason? You're falling behind.
Well, get rid of Deponia and recycle Top 1000 and Mr. Masagi.
Mr. Masagi. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that were pretty.
Let me ask you guys a dumb question. How much would you hate it if I get the Fallen Legion Platinum like soon?
I wouldn't hate it. I'd love it. You got to tell me so that I can send I'm going to send Yuichi an email. Say, hey,
you get the Platinum, and you can come on the show when we have them back.
Yeah. I want you to send Yuichi an email and ask him some questions about those trophies because I'm curious because I cannot figure out how to get a couple of them.
Okay. But I agree with Jason. I'd like to have him back on just to talk because like he came on that was the Monday before the game released, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean there was some stressing going on about the release the next day, and so I'd like to get like a follow-up interview going with him and just be like, how did the game perform, meet your expectations, exceed them as far as like the customer base reception, and just see what he has to say about it now, that it's actually released. But I agree with you. Some of those platinums it's not gonna be a hard platinum, I don't think. It's just you're gonna have to like dive deep to try and figure out how to do some of them.
Yeah, like I think the hardest one for me right now is going to be the 100 combo. I got to like 96 on a fluke, and I've never been close since.
Is that the only one? Tell me there's not like a 200.
No, there's 50. There's 50 and 100. At least on the Vita version, there's 50 and 100.
It's probably the same type of trophies on the PS4. They're different.
And then there were I think there are like two branch. There's like a branching. There's a couple of branching story ones that I need to figure out, and there's one that's like master many death blows, and I think that's just unlock all the characters or something like that.
Yeah.
You can ask your questions at NG_platinum or at nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com. Or friend us on PlayStation Network, NG Platinum.
Yes, we are on there.
Yeah, but I don't want to ask you two. I want to ask Yuichi. How do I get in touch with that guy?
I can't give out his email, but you can find him. He's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find him on there and ask him a couple questions.
God damn it, we got to have him back on the show now.
I think it's Yuichi _ what is it? Was it HARAH? Is that how you pronounce it? Or spell it, I think. Sorry if I butchered your...
Okay, where do we find you guys? Nerds Gone Platinum on the NGR Radio Network. I'll save that one for you. Jason, Gimpy J on PSN and Gimpy J on Twitter, right?
Yep.
Cool. The Y's at the very end. 2 Y's at the very end. He's a wise ass. Moose, we can find you at Sven. That's
correct.
HENN on Twitter, Instagram, and PS4. You can find him there on Xbox as well, but he doesn't want to play no Xbox games. He don't want to play no Xbox games. Come on, man. Myself, you can find it Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform I feel like being on. It's not me at Infinite_Rewind. it's not me. Don't talk to that person anymore.
Yeah.
Or if it is me, don't talk to me anymore. I don't care. You can find all our stuff collectively on ngrradio.com. I didn't realize this until recently. You guys have an audio version of your show on iTunes. I found that by an accident. I did not know that. I'm glad you guys have that, because now I don't have to burn my battery power on my phone listening to you two idiots.
Watching a video.
Yeah. Like on
awesome.
Yeah, 4G and that stuff is not fun.
And you don't have to look at Moose.
That's true. It's true. Even though I'm the handsomer one.
I've got a wallet-sized photo of Moose.
On that note.
Also, Jason has done some really cool writing on ngrradio.com. I know Moose has talked about trying to do it. Hopefully that happens.
Yes.
And you can find me here with Corey and HD on Twitter and Instagram, and Rogue Spartan 4 on PSN. Sorry, Corey, I'm not giving out your Xbox tag because you're just gonna play Destiny there, and I'm not part of that problem.
I don't know why you bought it there.
That's where you find us. If there's any others, I apologize. Banana and out.